See, I am going to be your driver for today. Are you allowing me to be your driver? Is everybody allowing me to be their driver? Yeah? I would like to take this opportunity and call upon to the stage Mrs. Arsitwale Bageshu.
Today we have the privilege of hosting memorial lecture of Nxumalo LD, a renowned leader in mathematics who achieved great success and significantly contributed to the community and society. So we are in this event. I want to welcome the organizers. I want to welcome all the dignitaries.
We're going to move to our third item, which is delegate introduction. We are going to know who is going to do what. And we would like to call upon to the stage Mr. K.V. Mashaba to do that for us.
I'm going to acknowledge the most important guest of the day, former class of 1991 of Molabosane.
In the house. Do we have dancers in the house? Yeah? Does anybody want to come and show us how to do it? Yeah? Just stand here. Just one. Do we still have giveaways? Telkom, do we still have giveaways? Quickly. We do, yeah? We do. Mr. MP Libibi, who is the former principal of Molabosane, or about the purpose and background of today, yeah?
Why are we here today? We have converged at this center, that is Nxumalo, to conduct this memorial lecture for the late Mr. L.D. Nxumalo. And then, which means that now in our discussion, we are going to focus on Mr. Nxumalo, is the center of attention today. The idea of this memorial lecture was mooted now by Professor, as I indicated. But before I go very far, I would like now to introduce the Nxumalo family. The Nxumalo family the group is headed by Mrs. Nxumalo. I would like you to add to stand up, Mrs. Nxumalo. Let's give her a round of applause. While she's still standing, I would like to let the two daughters now to stand. That is Orson and Juanita. And then followed by Tamli Nxumalo and also Goodman Nxumalo. Okay, thank you, take seats. Thank you, you can take your seats. The Nxumalo family, they could not just come alone now, they are accompanied by close family, friends. We have got Mr. and Mrs. Pandeka. Could you just stand up? Mr. and Mrs. Pandeka. Thank you very much. And also from Gauteng, we have Mr. and Mrs. Mukansi. Mr. and Mrs. Mukansi. Thank you very much. The Nxumalos have got grandchildren. I hope that are seated among the students because they are at school. But others, this is the family that managed to bring us here today. We would like to thank you very much.
Who can tell us how many people were introduced from the Nxumalo family? Anyone? very easy. If you're smart, you can figure out the answer now. Anyone? I had 5 wrong, I had 4 wrong. Yeah? No? Okay, can I give you a clue? Guys, they're here. Why can't you just count? 11. Show hands for her. Former Molabosane colleague who is Mojapili TJ.
We have never ever in our life seen this. Like you indicated that only politicians do this. So this is the beginning. It must be done again. Those who are here must emulate what Professor Soboka has done. So I would like to thank Mr. Mashawa again for creating a WhatsApp for the former Molabosane educators. Mr. Mashawa, let me indicate to you that this is going to be very, very useful. Because
the keynote address, former Molabosane Lena, who is, because of the title, before I ascend the stage, can you please all stand up, except for the family, of course. Can you please all stand up and clap hands for him as he ascends?
And that is just testament to who Mr. Nxumalo was, because I understood mathematics the way he taught it. He never came to class with a textbook and say a theorem about the diameter subtending an angle which is 90 degrees. No, he brought mathematical sets. He drew the circle, he explained to us what it was, he drew the diameter, he helped us to measure the angles ourselves, and he said, open your book, theorem number 1, a diameter subtends a 90-degree angle. That is why I will never forget it. Even in my sleep, I will always remember exactly what it was. Because, believe me, the journey that I undertook personally, he taught me mathematics at Molabosane. There's already a lot of enthusiasm from Telkom. I can't be taking executives from their offices, bring them to NAPSCOM, all for nothing. They can't be taking the investment to bring it here all for nothing. No, there's a reason. We want you to identify with the brand, understand that it serves the community. And for that, I think Telkom deserves a round of applause.
Bye, in the future. Nxumalo, or Amararu. With that being said, we're going to call upon to the stage Nxumalo. How does it feel to be Wahanumalo?
I feel honored and proud to stand before you, grateful for the opportunity to share some words about my incredible father. As we gather to celebrate his life, his legacy, and the impact he had on so many of us, he touched countless lives, leaving an indelible mark on our hearts, minds, and souls. We are here to remember an unwavering optimism, his infectious smile, his humor. My dad was really funny, guys. Besides being very smart, he was also funny. He taught us the value of hard work, the importance of integrity, and the power of kindness. His influence extended far beyond our family as he touched the lives of everyone he met. He showed us that success is not just about achieving goals, but about the journey, the relationships, and the positive impact we have on others. My father was far more than just a guide. He was a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration, and a shining example of excellence. With unwavering dedication, he invested time, wisdom, and love into each of us, helping us grow, learn, and thrive. He had a gift for making everyone feel seen, heard, and valued. His legacy will live on through the countless lives he touched, as seen here today. And I am so proud to have called him my father. With all being said, I just want to say thank you once again.
Basatu, Comrade Matita MJ.
As SATU, we really appreciate indeed. Lot has been said. I don't want to spoil what has been said, but for the learners, it is just said, possible begins here.
Mopani West District, we are going to request everybody to stand up. Ebado ascend to the stage. Dr. M.S. Serodu.
He was a legend in mathematics. He was a veteran. He was a living. The time we were working with him, we used to refer to him because he was a manual himself. He was an encyclopedia. Right now, as educators, when we have some challenges, we used to visit to him. Remember, he was our senior.
Oh, it's nice to say this word relevantly. So, what I want to say is that the next item, we are bringing the blessers. Now, in a nice way. The blessers. Don't you feel blessed today? Were you not blessed? As long as you are going to live here with more items that you are arrived here with, it means that you are blessed. Yeah? We didn't, honestly, I don't know, I feel like we're taking this lightly. We didn't have these opportunities, you guys. We did not. And the opportunities that you have are so great. You already have 40% marks. And you're just going to work on 60%. The 40% is given to you through all these gadgets, through everything that is being given to you, yeah? So, I would like to take this opportunity and call our blessers, Telkom Foundation, Judy Vilagasi.
Telkom Foundation, we are the CSI leg of Telkom Group. So our mandate is simple. We contribute to the transformation of disadvantaged communities. And within the Telkom Foundation, we have a comprehensive strategy that is aimed at investing in education. Our goal is clear. We invest in education through technology. So wherever we go, we are bringing technology into learning and teaching methods. So in terms of our pillars, through the Telkom Foundation, we've got what we call supplementary tuition. This is basically providing academic support to learners. And this is done in two ways. The first one, it's what you already have been exposed to, which is the online platform, which is the light bulb that was introduced to you today. The second one, it's the Saturday school programs that we roll out to some of the schools that we are working with. But both those programs are to capacitate learners in their studies, particularly focusing on maths, science, English, and in some cases we also focus on tech subjects as well. Then the second pillar that we have what we call ICT integration. Now this one is where we work with our business units and we are basically bringing technology into the schools. This can be in the form of infrastructure, this can be in the form of hardware or software. That's what we do to the supporting schools.
So let us go to our second last item, which is vote of thanks and announcement by Madumi Makwela.
The second lesson, which is directed to you learners, is that people can travel on the same road, but their experiences and their destination will never be the same.
Are there any other numbers outside of natural numbers? What are they? Somebody said it. Maybe raise your hand. Integers. Perfect. So which means there is another layer. So from natural numbers to integers. What type of numbers are integers? 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 3. It ends there. If you use a computer, you will find a lot of numbers that keep going, but they don't repeat. If they don't repeat, then you know that number is not rational, it's irrational. So there was a time in history when the Greek philosophers, the founders of Pythagoras theorem and the likes, they believed that every real number is a rational number. You can always express it nicely as a ratio of two numbers. And then now I was told once at some point they were in a boat with a gentleman by the name of Hippas. Hippas was one of the Pythagoreans as well. And then he worked out some squares which we are going to do just now. When he worked them out, he found out that there's actually a number which gives results like that, and it's irrational. And he told them that's why you know the numbers, because you thought all of them can be expressed like this, but actually there's another number called the square root of 2. Get the square root of 2 and find out how much it is. It's irrational, right? It's not repeating. How much is it? 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, and 1. 1, 3, 5, 6, 2. This one looks closer to this one. Today I'm going to show you where square root of 2 comes from. And if you can grab that, you must know that mathematics level has just jumped high. You are going to push it a little bit higher. So that's how these real numbers look like. So we can have 0 included real number because it's also part of the integers. We can have even square root of 2 is a real number because it's irrational. It's both rational and irrational numbers, all the way. And now, are these all the numbers? Are they all? What else do we have? Unreal numbers. Unreal numbers. Non-real numbers. Do you all agree? Are there non-real numbers? Yes, there are. Do you all agree that some numbers are not real? Yes. What does it mean they are not real? Non-real numbers, what type of numbers are those? Yes. There is another set of numbers. This set of numbers was discovered not a long time ago. And they are called complex numbers. So it's numbers like A plus BI, some quadratic equations, right? So when you sketch the graph of a parabola, you will find that there are times when that graph does not touch the x-axis. Why does it not touch the x-axis? Because it's got complex roots. Those numbers are there, but you can't see them. You can't see them, so they are none what? Non-real, yes. So they are imaginary numbers. So your learning is restricted to the real numbers. We are not going to go deep into the. It's a very important lesson to learn here, and this is what arises naturally in mathematics. There are laws. You always have whatever you are doing in mathematics is you are learning laws and you are applying them. These are natural laws, which means if you were to construct a triangle like that, there must be some logic behind the length and the angles that are involved. You can see here we can't get the triangle right. Why? The question is why. We have to understand why we can't get the triangle right here.
Take these phones, you open it up, but they're going to take your name and then you sign off or you receive the phone. They're going to give you the phone, the SIM card. Immediately you put that SIM card, it's recard, it's activated. Udula Fasi, light bulb would be preparing themselves and planning to do their presentation again.
Are getting ready for trials, right? Exams? You can get access to past papers on the platform as well. Okay. But the biggest benefit of the platform is that it's zero rated on Telkom. So what that means is everybody now got a Telkom SIM card. So that Telkom SIM card will allow you to access this platform without needing data. Okay, so even if there's no data on the SIM card, you can still access the platform. Okay.
Can you introduce yourself? What is your name and which school are you from?
My name is Molabosane. I'm from Nxumalo Secondary School.
Okay. What have you learned today?
I have learned numerous things, especially on mathematics. It distinguish of numbers and how to distinguish theorems and looking on 3D and 2D of triangles.
Okay, I saw you got a gift. You won a gift when you were answering a question. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm feeling so grateful. I really appreciate this form, and I'm going to utilize it on my studies and so forth.
Oh, so what are the phones for?
Telkom.
From Telkom. What are they for? Why did they give you the phones?
For like, as they said, light and day, whatever. So yeah, I want to use them for studies.
Okay. How do you feel about receiving a new phone?
I'm very happy, more exultant. I really deserve it.
Anything else you would like to say?
Finally, I would like to appreciate the gift that I have received from Telkom.